Okay, you guys see this headline? Jamie Foxx accused in 2002 penis slapping incident. He denies it and will fight back legally. This I find quite interesting because wasn't Jamie Foxx one of the ones that was attacking Bill Cosby, that jumped on the bandwagon where these females came forward and said that Bill Cosby sexually assaulted them or raped them or what have you? Jamie Foxx was on the bandwagon. And see, this is why I say, dudes, y'all got to be careful, man, when you start taking sides with these females that's coming out of the past, lying on these dudes, man. Now, I would not be surprised if other females start coming out the past. And, of course, Jamie Foxx is going to say, I didn't do it. Just like a bunch of these other guys that say, I didn't do it. See, it's easy to jump on the Me Too bandwagon and say that you support the Me Too movement because you want to make it appear that you support women, but at the same time, you're turning your back on men, right? And then after you finish supporting the Me Too movement and trying to display the image that you're on the side of women and you're against these bad men that exert their power of authority or misuse their power to get sex from women, and then all of a sudden you're now in the foxhole. That's a side joke. Now, speaking on the foxhole, this is something that Howard Stern mentioned in the past when he and Jamie Foxx was going at it. Howard Stern alleged that Jamie Foxx was gay. Jamie Foxx got on his radio show and started bashing Howard Stern. Now, could this be a backlash from that? Could this be why Jamie Foxx now is in the foxhole? Because of the fact that he came against Howard Stern. And from my understanding, I could be completely wrong. So there's no need for someone to come and say, oh, you're wrong again. No, I'm not wrong, because you can go research the information for yourself. Especially if you don't have no videos on YouTube. You know, you can go research the information and then you can say your truth on your channel. All right. So from my understanding, the chick is white. So what do these females do? They're sitting there like 16 years later and say, wait a minute. I don't have no money. I can make a few dollars, man, by... That's right. Jamie Foxx, this is what the females are thinking. Jamie Foxx slapped me on the face with his penis. I'm going to get paid. I'm going to get paid. And then before you realize it, TMZ got the information, and now it's circulating the internet, and this female all of a sudden say, well, because of the Me Too movement, I'm ready now because it happened to me too, right? So she jumps on the bandwagon. But this could be backlash for the incident between he and Howard Stern that happened some years ago, all right? Now, this is what the article says. Jamie Foxx is being accused of slapping a woman with his penis nearly 16 years ago. And although she's now gone to police, Foxx says it is an absurd lie, and he is going after her legally, TMZ has learned. The alleged assault happened in Las Vegas back in 2002. According to law enforcement, the accuser told cops last week she and a friend were attending a party at Jamie's place when he tried to get her to perform oral sex. She claims when she refused, Jamie struck her in the face with his penis. Now, why she didn't report that, I don't know. These females are coming out of the past with this nonsense. And of course, her defense is going to be because of the fact that because of who he is, and he used his power, he's a man, and he used his power, although she was at his party. Now, why was Jamie walking around with his penis out of his pants? To get that close to her, to slap her in the face with his penis, all right? But the statute of limitations is up, okay? So, look, fellas, it's unfortunate, but we're living in times now where you got to take a camera with you, man. Have a camera with you. Everybody's got a camera on their cell phone. Before you do anything, man, make sure you record it and be careful who you invite over your house. Because one day you might become a celebrity. You might win the lotto or something and come into a lot of money. And then these females come out of the past and say you did things to them. You know, because keep in mind, they don't come after broke dudes. They come after dudes that's got money. And they say like, well, I'm not looking for nothing. I just want to, you know, so it might have happened to somebody else. That right there is a call for other females to come out the past. See? So it's easy to jump on the bandwagon when people like Bill Cosby is being accused of sexually assaulting. And then you got all these dudes that's going to come up and take the side of these females. And then before you realize it, now you're caught up in a scandal. And you expect people to come to your rescue. You know what? That's what happened to the slave catchers back in time. During slavery, yeah, a lot of those slave catchers, those African slave catchers. Now, there's people that have their difference of opinion, whether or not slavery really happened or whatever. But after those slave catchers finished catching those slaves, they too went into captivity. See? So the same game is now being played with guys. You guys are now jumping on the side of these females and claiming that you support feminism and the Me Too movement. And you're like condemning other men for sexual assault and rape that happened years ago with no evidence or proof. And so now you're caught up in that web. And you expect people to defend you. You expect, now you want to play the victim role. The male victim role is because of men. But you weren't thinking about that when Bill Cosby and other men were being attacked without evidence. See? So now Jamie Foxx is in that same seat. And he was one of the ones that bashed Bill Cosby. And what I hear, and I have to research that out, but from what I hear, Bill Cosby's wife now is about to divorce him. All right? So he's lost everything, even his wife. So this is, and you know, and it's going to keep happening until men finally stand up and fight back. Dudes in this day and time are wimps, man. They refuse to fight back for their own rights. I don't know why. And maybe because of the fact that they've been emasculated. See? So it's sad, you know, and men are giving these females this kind of power. But men refuse to fight for their rights. They just want to sit back and cry and complain and talk about how men are being attacked and yet doing nothing about it. But yet you'll fight for women. You'll fight for gays. So anyway, it goes on, it goes on, it goes on. The accuser tells us after the alleged assault, one of Jamie's friends told her she had to get out of the house. And you know what? It always ends up being a friend that tells them they have to leave. It didn't say Jamie told her that she had to leave. It said a friend. One of Jamie's friends. It's just like Tupac, man. When Tupac was brought up on charges. And other dudes, man, it was always their friend that did something. But yet they're coming after the celebrity, not the friend. She claims she went to a hospital the next day when she got back home to LA to get a treatment for a severe panic attack. Now, why she had a panic attack, I have no idea. Did he traumatize her because he slapped her in the face with his penis? Was that the first time that she ever had a penis slapped in her face? I mean, it don't make no sense. So now she's like traumatized by it. She allegedly went to the hospital the next day, but yet didn't do anything about it then. She waits 16 years later to come after Jamie Foxx now. So what was the purpose of going to the hospital when she wasn't going to pursue it? Until 16 years later, after the statute of limitation is up. But see, what she's thinking is that because of the fact that these other dudes went back years ago after the statute of limitation was up and got results, she thinks she's going to do the same thing now under the Me Too movement. And you still have dudes out there supporting the Me Too movement. Law enforcement sources tell us Las Vegas police list the case as an open investigation. However, the statute of limitation has long since run its 3 years in Nevada. Okay? Jamie's attorney, Allison Hart of Lavely and Singer, tells TMZ Jamie empathetically denies that this incident ever occurred, and he will be filing a report with the Las Vegas Police Department against the woman for filing a false police report. You have to excuse me, I have my glasses on. I'm trying to read this thing, and I'm trying to be young, man. I'm trying to read this thing without my glasses and whatnot, right? But woman filing a false police report against him. The first time Jamie became aware of this woman's absurd claims about an incident that supposedly occurred 16 years ago was when TMZ contacted his representatives Tuesday about this story. Well, it's something that probably happened and Jamie forgot about it, and he just didn't expect it to come back. It says, Hart adds, the alleged incident was not reported to law enforcement in 2002, but yet she went to the hospital, or at any other time in the past 16 years until last Friday, because the incident never happened. But wait a minute, didn't he talk about Bill Cosby and the incident that happened more than 16 years ago? The accuser said Me Too movement inspired her to finally file the police report. She also claimed she wanted the alleged incident record recorded in case other accusers came forward. See, she's talking about other accusers. So could this be a thing like where, and this is Jamie Foxx humping a dude, right? But is this a thing where it's set in motion where they expect other females to come forward, other females are being paid to come forward? But I'm not going to defend Jamie Foxx. I have no sympathy for Jamie Foxx because he had no sympathy for Bill Cosby. So, but I put this picture up here where he's humping this dude, whereas, I mean, it could have happened. This could have happened because look at what Jamie Foxx is doing in this picture here, right? It's a dude, right? So this could be a backlash from the Howard Stern thing, because he and Howard Stern had some words, man. They was going back and forth at each other. And you know what? It's like people forget you do things to people. You know, you put people out there on blast, or you try to expose people, especially like on YouTube, and people will think you forgot about that. Time will go on and on and on. And then later on down the line, years later, it comes back to you. Oh, I remember. And I have documentation where this person did this and this. So y'all got to be careful, man, when you start trying to expose people or you start taking sides with the media and they have no kind of evidence to support their claim, but yet everybody's accusing and basically like lynching this dude, man, for no reason, over a lie. So I'm going to put the article on the bottom. You guys feedback and you tell me what you think. Subscribe. Join my blog channel on WordPress. And don't forget to donate. Don't forget to donate. Now, as you guys realize, I'm not on Fearless 2005 anymore. I still have the channel, but I'm not uploading anything to Fearless 2005. So feel free to subscribe on my Mood Control. Until next time, I'm Fearless.